this video we're going to experiment with recoverable interchange processing. In our last video we had submitted a file that looked like this, and what we had done is we'd created a batch, and the debatching was working fine as long as the data in the batch was okay. But what we did is we purposely inserted a very bad purchase order in the midst of the batch, and what happened was the whole entire batch failed and we didn't get the good purchase orders. So there's a new feature in 2006 called recoverable interchange processing. Unfortunately, we're going to have to add a pipeline to use that. So we're going to add new pipeline here. It's going to be receive pipeline, and let's call this something about batch purchase orders. RIP, recoverable interchange processing. So we've talked about pipelines in prior videos, and we're going to need a disassemble step, just the standard XML disassembler here. And then we're going to go to the properties of that, and here's the magic phrase, recoverable interchange processing, and it's set to false. So let's just flip that little flag to true. Make sure it's true, okay? And now I'm going to save and deploy this. Okay, the deploy was successful. It seemed to take about 20 seconds that time, or more. And we're going to, of course, I already restarted the host instance. I'm going to hit refresh right here. And now we're going to have to go apply that pipeline to our receive location. So we're going to go to receive locations. We've been using rloc map demo XML in. And here we're now going to switch to that new pipeline, which is called batch purchase orders RIP, our recoverable interchange processing. Okay, so we've done that. We've restarted our host. So now we're going to go back and we're going to pop in our bad file over here. Away it goes, and then we'll go look at hat. So you can see some unusual things are happening now, right? Here was my RIP, and now you can see several orchestrations running. 1, 2, 3. You notice, not 4, because we had one bad XML, right? And so looks like we did get our 3 good orders to go through. And then the question is, where is our bad order, right? So right here you see 1 completed and you see 1 started. So if we look at the one that says started and do message flow, you'll still see pretty much the same error. It says an output message, receive pipeline, batch orders RIP is suspended. It cannot find this XML document with the X on the end of it. And it says the sequence number of the suspended message is 2. So out of our 4 messages, it only suspended one of those 4. And then the other pipeline here, there's really no message, but the other 3 went through and actually started 3 orchestrations, which is pretty cool. Now if we go to suspended messages in BizTalk admin console here, I think I have some suspendeds left over from earlier. I'm going to have to, this window doesn't resize very well for my small video screen here. Anyway, down here, let's look at the time. It's now 5:28, 5:29. So yeah, I've got 2 older messages. This is the current message. And then you can read why it's bad. And then you can actually look at it here. You can go to the body, and you can actually see in the body that it has the bad X on there. And we learned in prior videos how you can actually route bad messages to a special folder, and then the human being can get involved with that and perhaps fix them or call the customer and explain to the customer that, you know, one of his 4 orders was not correct. So that's recoverable interchange processing in BizTalk 2006.